inspire you. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up to Central TV.
Hello, am I okay?
Yes. All good, Nathan. All good.
Okay. Once again, we are very glad to be here on this platform tonight. And as you are following, this is the Central TV, now Central Communication Network. Today, we intend to bring the show out to you. It is a regular program every Saturday, the leadership dialogue on Central TV, no platform, your own premier platform, where we bring you all the latest happening around our country and the rest of the world. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, distinguished platform guests who are expected to join us today, distinguished followers, we want to say thank you for coming here today. Keep sharing this live. We are expecting our guests very shortly. They are trying to enter the studio. So we are expecting Mr. Lee Harris and Dr. Winston Quinn. And very shortly, our host will join us. Mrs. Veronica Grants will join us. So before moving forward, I want to say thank you for joining us. This is the Central Communication Network.
Hey, Netta.
We want to yes, yeah. Thank you for coming. Yeah, here already. We want to send a big shout out to all of our followers today for joining us, and we want to use this opportunity again to say congratulations to all those who graduated from the Cardinal University with the master program. We want to say thank you. We know education is the key to success, and a lot of people have been wishing, a lot of people have been pressing for but today we have over 1,000 plus getting a master's degree from all works of fee from the Cardinal University. So it is a milestone achievement for our country. Liberia is going forward in terms of education, knowing how to advance anybody not to go to school. Everybody is taking their education very, very seriously. So today, again, like we said, today is the Saturday debate or the Saturday conversation dialogue on the Central Communication Network.
But Netta, you are not fair. You are not fair. You are not fair extending your congratulatory speech. You know, the vice president of Liberia today will confirm a doctorate degree. So we can just be congratulating the masters, those are acquired master, and I'm measuring the doctorate degree. I mean, they confirmed doctorate degree on our vice president. So let me show Netta to say congratulations to my own little brother. Honorable Vice President Dr. Jeremiah Kuhn today. He was confirmed a doctorate degree. People don't even know Jeremiah Kuhn graduated from Cardinal University. So he also from Cardinal University. And Cardinal University is proud to produce the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. So I'm not stealing your show, Netta. I just want to say congratulations to my little brother.
No, it is good. Thanks for the input. That's why the central team is giving people the opportunity and the platform to come in and say the best. So we won't wait for Winston, but he will join us shortly. We want to use this time to introduce Mrs. Veronica Grant, who is the host of this Saturday dialogue. I'm the co-host. I'm just playing a key role on the show tonight. She is living in the United States of America, and we also want to use this opportunity again to welcome Mr. Lee F. Harris. Lee is here. Lee has been somebody who has been very, very much supporting our society in terms of advocacy. And now we saw a recent interview on one of the local TV and radio stations. We're trying to take a different train. So Central TV decided to invite Lee. Yeah, the truth, we are discussing national issues, but he also share with us what exactly they are coming into. We saw one Africa movement, something like that. But Lee will tell us exactly what it's all about. And my name is Nathan S. Bianca. I'm always here, your regular co-host for the Unfiltered Conversation Tuesday and the Saturday Dialogue on the Central Communication Network. So we'll give the opportunity to Mr. Lee F. Harris. We don't know you. Our follower want to know you, Mr. Lee F. Harris. Can you kindly introduce yourself?
So thank you so much for the opportunity to appear on your show tonight.
It is a distinguished honor for me and also our organization. My name is Lee F. Harris. Like you said previously, we have been into this advocacy for a very long time. We remember our days at Todman High when I was serving as president of the William Fields Todman High School. We live in the same community before on the airfield. You remember the role that we play when doing the second tenure of Madam President when the 24th Street resident property got damaged. You know the role that we play for them to receive their just benefit. If you follow my track record again, Apollo County, where I hear from, you consistently see some of the things that we are doing back home in terms of illicit money, in terms of hardship, some of our people encounter the barrow network and other stuff. So this is exactly where we come from, advocacy for the betterment of society. And tonight we are here to discuss the One Africa, One People's movement. So this is just me. Maybe there are other questions you want to know, then you can be able to ask.
Okay, Lee, thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to know you. We are happy, we are grateful to have you on our platform tonight. But there are a lot of national issues we are going to discuss. So Lee, we care to give you a meaning. When I was coming from Bonkane today, I saw a whole write-up from you concerning that One Africa movement. So you have people listening to you. Do you care to tell us about the One Africa movement? Because we are Central TV, we are very, very much concerned. We are keen to see things about Nigeria and the rest of the world. So we are eager to know, what is this One Africa movement? What exactly are you trying to do here in your team? We are novice of this. Please tell us.
So thank you again. If you have been following some of the treaties signed by ECOWAS, some of the treaties signed by AU, the African Union, the Treaty of 1963, the Treaty of 2000, the Treaty of 1981. Those are treaties signed by African countries to commit themselves to the unity of Africa. Those are treaties signed by African states to ensure that we must do what we're supposed to do the African way, that nobody should come from outside there and manipulate our system. Or recent, the treaty that was signed is the 2018 to 2030, the treaty that has to that talks about migration in Africa. So this is the backdrop from which we come from. Our organization is squarely about maintaining what we have signed onto, because when you sign on the law, it suggests that indeed you are committed to that law. When you sign onto treaties, whatever the case is, you must be able to commit yourself to that when you have signed those treaties. And many of those treaties that have been signed by African countries, it have been violated today. Or recent, you have seen the increased movement of xenophobia in South Africa. Look, we want to be on record here tonight. The issue that has to do with xenophobia is not just only in South Africa, but what happened is that for South Africa, it has escalated to the point.
Lee, I'm not cutting you off. We are speaking to the audience. We are speaking to the diversity audience. Can you just be a little bit moderate with your language? Like that English is supposed to be what I mean.
Oh, okay.
My grandma in the village will not understand what you're talking about.
Okay. So the xenophobia, that is the fear for the other color or fear for the other people to come and take over your property, to come and take over your land.
So like we can be saying the Guinea people
too much now, and I go hard inside.
Like that we can be saying the Guinea people
that's more idea.
Okay. Now when talking about that, people will understand exactly what you say.
The Maningo people, yeah, the Maningo people won't come and take over our land. there are some there are some ministry of government when you go to the city, other ministry, the people from local that are under ministry, when you can't, you're not bandy, you're not lawman, you're not that another form of xenophobia right there. You go to the other side, they say the other ministry, when you're not from Grand Bassa, you come here, then your own and nothing, that's xenophobia right there. If you leave from here, you go to other ministry, they say the other ministry, when you're not from Nima,
they say the vice president office and the labor ministry office and the youth and sport office, not from Nima, you can't get there. Yeah, I just added the way saying.
Those are some of the things that we're talking about. But so for South Africa for South Africa it has gone too hard that people now all over the world, they are seeing it, they're watching it. They say no, the other one year, my people are too bad. It's not supposed to be like that. And they have already signed onto some other agreement way back. No. They say no. They want you, even though we signed onto it years ago, but they want you, no. Those people, where they come from, they must go back. So we saw it necessary that those of us who are young people who now read history, the thing that happened years back, and it's still happening today, we say no, we must say something, we must be able to come together so that we can be able to inform the world. Now, sometimes people can sign onto law, sometimes they forget. They say, oh yeah, I did not know that thing was in existence, or I signed onto it yesterday. So we want to inform the world.
Which is a very good initiative. I think he's preaching a little bit, which is a very good initiative.
That indeed what is happening. So she could not do it. So Africa said she could not do it yesterday. Now, South Africa is doing it. So we are saying, as a group, as an organization, we are saying to South Africa, these are laws you signed onto yesterday. Please be reminded. So what we did in the first place, we wrote the South African embassy. We did not stop there. We wrote the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We did not stop there. As an organization, we also wrote the LRRC. We did not stop there. As an organization, we also wrote the AU, the African Union.
So I'm not cutting you, sir.
As an organization,
are you just writing in favor of Liberia, or are you writing in favor of humanity as a whole?
We are writing in a position of humanity, not just Liberian. Not just an organization in Liberia, but as a humanitarian organization that cares about what is happening in South Africa. So we did not just stop there. We also wrote the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. We want to call their attention. So when we wrote the South African Embassy and all the other entities of government, agencies of government, the first group that ever called us was the South African Embassy. They were concerned about this communication, so they thought that it was important for us to meet and have some conversation. So we went there. When we went, we met the Chargé d'Affaires of South Africa and at the embassy here. And look, what the Chargé d'Affaires told us, it broke us down. He told us that some of the video that we are seeing, some of the photos that we are seeing currently, some of the news that we are hearing on the international wireless folks, they are AI generated, artificial intelligence generated. That all of those things, they are not truth. Secondly, he told us that they believe in diplomacy, And if there is anything that's supposed to call their attention, is the Liberian government through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Once the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has not said anything, they believe that absolutely nothing wrong is happening in South Africa.
So let
That
me ask you a
he
question.
has
Let
this-
me ask you a question. We are talking about South Africa. Do we
Yeah.
have Liberians that have been maltreated in South Africa? I mean, let be specific. Do we have Liberians that have been maltreated in South Africa?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes. In fact,
evidence?
right.
Do you have evidence? Do you have
Oh,
evidence?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm
We
coming.
got
I'm coming to you,
evidence.
sir. I'm coming to you, sir.
We got
We have
evidence.
one of our guests who just came to the show. We're getting the opportunity to introduce himself, and then we'll continue our conversation. You are welcome, sir. Can you just introduce yourself and tell a little bit about yourself, please?
Thank you. My name is Winston Pina. Hey, Comrade, what's up? It's been a long time, bro.
I
My name is Winston. This is not my first time being on this show.
Yeah, I
So
remember the name.
it's a pleasure being here again.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
And you're always welcome on Central TV. I mean, this is a family institution, and our advocates say it's for humanity. And again, like we say to the world, we are not political, we are not religion. I'm a minister of the gospel, but that doesn't mean that Islamic men cannot come to deliver the message on the media. So again, we say we welcome you. We will join our brother Lee, Mr. Lee. Let's continue our conversation from South Africa. Yeah, brother Lee, you got the floor.
Yeah, so Winston, again, I was here before you say, let me say welcome.
No problem, boss.
So so what we did was to call on our brothers, that the question that you asked, if we have any of our family from Liberia and South Africa, yes. You know, Duban, there's a region in the Limpopo region in South Africa. We have audios recording of Liberian living there who have been beaten, so they have been told to leave the community that they reside.
So the question
and
I ask you is,
the
because on
Limpopo region
Central TV, we need accuracy and evidence. You know that I can go and somebody can change my tone to like a South African voice, and somebody can change. I've been in America for the past. My last baby just turned 17. My last boy child just turned 17. Not my last baby. And I've been American for almost 18 years, 19 years. I don't speak like American because I'm old if I can. But you know AI can do something, or something can do something. My voice sound like American or Ghanaian or Ghana or Jamaican voice. So, I mean, the audio that we're talking about, for which we are, can be right, I'm an advocate too. The audio we're talking about, for which we are advocating for our Liberians. It's just an audio, or do we have like a still photo, or do we have somebody coming to sit down to talk, or do we know that Liberians were living in that place before the incident occurred? Do we have people in Liberia like say, yeah, my family member living in that place?
Yeah. Okay. Oh yes. In fact, the guy who is the Secretary General for the Liberian community in the Limpopo region, here from Bombing County, he has spent 24 years in South Africa. He married a South African. They got children in South Africa. As children are, in fact, currently in university. And not just him. In fact, yesterday when I was on Focal FM, we did a live call on the radio for the public to hear him, to speak. And right after this, I can, if you want, I can add you in our group chat or send his number to you. If you may, you can be able to place a call to him and he will be able to. So we have both pictorial evidence. We have all evidences of what is happening there. The Liberian community met the ambassadors of Africa, and they had conversation with him. We got a photo in our possession as well when they went to have this discussion with him about their safety in South Africa. In fact, yesterday we were told that the Liberian government also through the LRRC is trying to make some frantic effort so that whatever the case is based on what is going to happen to Africa, those that want to come back so that they can be able to come back, because the June 30th March, it is something that they are afraid of. Though their fear is, some of them, the government is trying to say, oh, well, we will protect you. And you know, the March 30th, the June 30th March is going to pass. But when it passes, government is going to protect them that particular day. But government and security personnel of South Africa won't be within in the rural community where they live.
In the bedroom, in the house,
if
in
they
the
cannot get them on the street, they cannot. Yes. So where they live, their fear is these people will go there all night. These people will go there and just be able to do anything they want to do. So that is their fear. So the Cyril Ramaphosa leadership is doing all, calling them that they should make calm. In fact, I read today that the government is going to make sure that on the day of the march, they will protect life and property in South Africa, which is a very good thing. But the question is, what is going to happen after the march? Those people get back in their rural community. What become of them?
You know, Mr. Lee, and one
person we are calling on our government.
I'm from the church, and my pastor, son, I would laugh at him. We say he got all the degrees, because he learns a lot of things. And when he gave him information, he was okay. Yeah, a woman will go, and he's going to go and do his own investigation. So Liberians have been in that country for, like you said, 20, 30 years. Some of them are married to South Africa. So what is the issue at this point for which the South Africans are chasing the foreigner? Because I don't want to be specific Liberian. What's the issue that the South Africans are chasing or maltreating our foreigner at this point?
Yeah. So if you go back to before the independence of South Africa, or during the administration of F.W. de Klerk, you read about the apartheid, the segregation of black and white in South Africa, and
no. It's black that treating black in South Africa. I watched some of the movies. I mean the video. It's black that is treating black.
I am coming there. So it was then black and white, but this time around is black to black. And the reason black to black is because the mindset of these people, they have now indoctrinated a policy into them that, look, the reason you have not gotten a job, the reason your life has not improved, the reason you have not gotten land is because foreigners have come in your country and they have taken your property, they are taking your land, the job that you're supposed to have. They are not having a job you're supposed to sell in a shop. You're supposed to open your shop. You're supposed to sell in the supermarket. You're supposed to open your own businesses and things. Those people who are coming in your country are the people who are doing those businesses, or these are the people who are taking your job. So now they accept that, yes, what these people have said is actually true. But they are not thinking, look, where were we 4 5 years ago? Let's say, for example, in Liberia, we live in a community in Liberia, live in Single, and then a fly making from Guinea, open a little tea shop in my community, and people started buying tea from him, bread and other stuff, fried egg. And then one day, just got up, somebody came to me and said, but my man, you know very well that you're supposed to be the one opening a particular shop in the community here. Why would you allow the flyman to open a shop? Allow the flyman to close the shop, because it is you. That business actually belongs to you. Those people that are going to the flyman, these are the people who are supposed to come and buy from you. And ignorantly, I accept what that person said. Without thinking that, look, I have been here for so many years, I have not opened a tea shop. I've not opened any shop there, but they make him open a shop. And even myself here, I can go there and buy. So there are some people in South Africa, and this is our point. You have people in South Africa who have been there for the numbers of years. Some of them have gotten married to South African. Yesterday, I saw a demeaning video that I will not want to discuss much. There were protestation for women in South Africa who said, we are protesting. They took off all their clothes. They said we are protesting because our South African brothers are telling those black, those people that came from other countries who settled in South Africa, who marry us, who have been taking care of, or who have been doing everything for us, for them to go back. So in protestation, they did everything yesterday. So who are you, a vigilante group in South Africa, to say this person is documented and this person is not documented? The group is saying, whether you are documented, you are not documented, whether they have record on you, they don't have record on you, go back to your country. It is against the treaty signed, the migration treaty of 2018 to 2030. That is when that treaty is supposed to take full swing. Today we are talking about 2026. We're talking about 4 more years to have a full swing of that particular policy taking place in Africa. But today we are seeing what is happening to Africa. So it is the government. Those people who open those businesses and things, they have been paying taxes to government. Where were you, or where have you been that they open no businesses, they pay taxes, they even hire for African. Some of them are working in those shops and earning their daily bread, and you say they should close those shops and go back to their home. We think it is not good. Or recently we saw the Ghanaian government, by the time the situation or xenophobia took place and started to, got to a peak. Because when I say escalate, you say, no, we want you to talk to our audience. So,
Go ahead.
I think he's freezing.
Yeah, I think that's another. So, Winston, you came a little bit late. So, we want to introduce Winston Quina here to the manager in Liberia. Yeah, Winston Quina, the manager of the State of Liberia. So, Winston, go ahead 1 minute, please. You came a little bit late on the stage.
Oh, network issue.
We hearing you, don't we? We hearing you very good.
Just introduce yourself, Carly, please.
Hello.
Winston, introduce yourself. We are hearing you. Are you getting it?
Yes, it seems like I'm not getting you too clear. So, and it's a heavy pool of rain here. So,
Are you hearing me now?
We're getting you.
yeah, I'm getting you.
Yeah, we're getting you.
Yeah.
Okay, but Nathan, probably you're now on this show when I previously introduced myself. I'm recognized by the host, and I introduced myself. Anyway,
Okay. Fair enough.
if you deem it necessary that I do that again, I can still do it. I'm Winston Quina, an activist.
No, it's fair enough.
All right.
It is fair enough. So, we will come back and discuss further. So, we will go back to this issue today. I'm very quite sure that we are following current happening in Liberia. The first thing that I want you to throw light on is, Matthew Nipo, who was once with the Ministry of Information Culture Affairs and Security. And he made a very good statement today. Some say good, some say bad. But he made some public statement today. I want to put it as a public statement. So what do you get a view on this?
Excuse me, Nathan. I think you need to adjust. I don't know if your mic or what, but your voice is browning. Like I'm not getting you too clear to admit.
Okay.
Because I
You
heard
getting
her
it?
when she was
Later, you too close to the mic without getting you.
yes,
What you hear me now?
Little bit better.
little bit, but you're not too clear. That's it.
Okay, I'll come in just 1 minute.
Sometimes the earpiece.
Am I okay now? Am I okay?
Much better.
Yes. Yes, you're okay now.
Okay. Yeah, yes now. Okay, no problem. I'm okay. So Winston, we said just today there are a lot of things been happening in our country over the course of the week, and we want to bring this to your attention. To have your own say on this, we reach out to Mom for own say on this. We saw Matthew Nimpo's statement. He said, anyone who sees CDC as a serious opposition party is getting crazy. So we want to ask this question: do you agree with Matthew Nimpo's statement that anyone who sees CDC as a serious opposition political party is getting crazy? Do you have anything to say about that, Winston? The former Assistant Minister for Ministry of Information, Culture Affairs, Tracy Matthew, who now has a political party, he's saying that anyone who sees the CDC as a serious political party in Liberia, that person is getting crazy. Absolutely. What do you make of that?
But even he himself, anyone for that statement, for the statement he just made, anyone who just take him serious, that person probably is not serious as well. Because it is this is not a gossip. Everyone in Liberia knows very well that CDC is the major opposition political party in Liberia. You know that, I know that, even the president Joseph Newman Boakai knows this, and he can attest to it. So to tell me that anyone who sees CDC as major opposition political party is crazy, that person probably, I don't know what they're thinking about or where they're drawing their analogy from, but I can tell you that for sure CDC remains the major opposition political party in Liberia. It's a very that's in fact that's something that's unarguable. It's very clear. But sometimes people make statements, sometimes just to be noticed.
So you can say,
So
So why would they say CDC is somebody believe in CDC, they are on serious when the entire
that's what I'm
opposition
saying.
when
Because that kind of
it,
statement,
you guys getting me?
yes, I'm getting you.
No, I was saying, why would he say that everybody who believe in CDC are on serious when all the opposition going to Grand Jury to celebrate CDC?
No, because he's saying anybody who believe in CDC as a serious opposition party, that person is on serious. Now, if CDC is the major opposition political party in Liberia is CDC. We can't dispute that. That is unarguable. So for somebody to say that, probably, I don't know what he's thinking about, probably he was dreaming or maybe he's hallucinating or what's going on. I don't know what's happening to him, because even the president will say the reality that his major opponent is George Manewia, who is the head of the CDP. So
because let's see how many political party that CDC put in Grand Jury. I don't know what.
And that's what I'm saying. Can you imagine all of those people? So
I mean, like the entire crew going to Grand Jury. You can't underestimate that. So why would you say somebody would believe in that? I mean, they are like the entire ability, like the entire opposition in Grand Jury. So why would you say we should underestimate or we should not believe in CDC?
I think apparently one we want to argue that an institution that is headed by the former president is celebrating a huge and a very resounding and renowned anniversary today that is expected to be largely turned up, that is expected to be felt by the political leader or the standard bearer of the party, former President John that we want to prioritize his son playing football in America, and then the institution for which he govern, where he is the face of the institution, cannot be present. Just like just say, oh yes, okay, I'm graduating today. You are my mother. You're in the States. You know very well that you're supposed to be here to grace the occasion, to have things done. And then the former president, leave the occasion and just walk out and go to America, sit there for more than 2 weeks, 3 weeks, watching football games.
Listen, my grandpa used to say, the person who stay long on the farm until midnight can cost them man. Apparently, they have they catch an animal on a trap, or they want to fish, or they got cassava or something. So just be patient. I mean, the fact of the matter is CDC is not George Weah. George Weah got his private life to live. His child is playing football. And he have to come with his child football, that's fine. The political party knew that was happening, and they knew that George Weah son were going to be playing football. And they said schedule at that time. And besides that, the conviction are not ending. Where is the conviction anyway?
Come again.
When is the convention ending?
Today's the end of the convention. Today's the 27th.
It's okay, Uncle Nathan, because the thing is, even Joe we are not there. I think Joe Howard Taylor was there, right? I mean,
yeah, okay, no problem. No problem. But I think what Matthew said it is somehow blowing attention in Liberia, because if you read what's in the Young Troy said, what message? Okay, let me put it this way. What message Senator Young Troy was saying across, if not the same as Matthew was saying, he is rather. Senator Young Troy is saying that you cannot be having a birthday celebration where the celebrant is OSA or is absent by trust. So you saying that the former president is living, he has a own peaceful life to live, and then a seated senator is saying you cannot have a celebration while the celebrant is OSA by trust.
Okay, I think what you're trying to say, well, no matter how much I love you, I can never go to your home to celebrate your birthday while you absent by choice. Then he said, grandchildren there. But the thing is, what I want also clear is CDC is not about George Weah. It's a political party. Minus George Weah.
Let me go on me. For the inception, from the beginning, for the genesis of this entire CDC, it has been surrounded by George Weah. George Weah has been the face of CDC. George Weah is a key decision maker in CDC. George Weah is the overall face of the institution. Without George Weah, you must have no there will be no CDC.
I agree with you, Uncle Nathan, but the thing
is, tradition from 2005.
It was surrounding George Weah. I agree, because George Weah was a stand-up bearer or whatever political leader. But that does, I mean, George Weah is no longer president. We don't even know even a political leader for CDC. Even the political leader, this is collaboration. And the vice president or who ran with George Weah is in the country. I have not heard that the collaboration have been, split or divided. So Joe Howard Taylor could have gone there to represent George Weah. So I mean, I don't want all to politicize it like, okay, because George Weah was not there, that means George Weah does not let CDC, or because George Weah not there, that doesn't mean I won't go there. No, I just want also clear the air that CDC is not about George Weah. George Weah can leave today. CDC
maybe I said now the time of bring that scenario up that the CDC is not about George Weah. It is a good thing that they try to realize that George Weah will go. It's a good thing that they try to realize that Bwaka will go, Cummins will go. There will be the institution, or there will be an ANC, there will be a Unity Party, there will be a CDC that will stay forever. And you got to start being institution of my own person. So I want to do a follow-up on this. Just a follow-up. Just a quick follow-up. All the political economic leadership crisis that we face around with other different political parties, we see opposition try to come together. They still have this CPP previously with the Unity Party, the ANC, and the ALP, and the Liberty Party. So now, Winston, it goes straight to you. Are we sensing, or are we going to sense, or is there any possibility that we are going to experience the just where when Winston taught me in the past, because I can't just get it that Mr. Kumi Soto was being called to serve as a keynote speaker.
Nathan,
Is it
I don't think I'm a guest on the show.
show.
I don't think I'm a guest on the show, Nathan.
Come again?
I don't think I'm a guest on this show. Am I a guest?
You are a guest on the show.
Because I see that the time is going, and Nathan is taking more time to talk, and the both of you are discussing the issues without throwing any question to me. And I'm not getting, my view is not being heard.
Okay,
And
Please go ahead.
that's what I'm saying. Because
I'm going to do a follow-up question. I'm going to ask another question, but I'm just trying to give you a teaser so that I can be able to make your input on it. What are we going to express? The same old thing that we express with Winston Thomas scenario. Do you see the possibility?
Nathan, you brought a topic that I've not given my view, and you cannot push me in a particular direction to answer you the way you want me to answer.
Please get your view.
This topic is very wide. Now you talk about the statement from the senator, right?
Yeah.
And that statement, I would tell you that
from Senator Konga from Nimakande Senator. Oh, okay, I got it.
And you want to use that to justify Matthew's own statement, and you cannot be justifying for Matthew when Matthew is not. He did not make any justification. He just wrote something that was in a blanket. So he need to open it up. He need to tell the reason why he made a statement. But you justifying on his behalf. So let me just take you as Matthew right now. Now, he made a statement in the word, in his almost, this is conventional. In fact, most political parties celebrate anniversaries, they celebrate occasions without the presence of their political leaders. This is conventional. This is something that is a highly classified political strategy that people use. The reason is simple. They do this sometimes to test grassroots support. They do it to show a shift in leadership style. They do this sometimes to show the dynamics in terms of realignment. Now, when political leaders step aside from occasions like that, it simply means they want to know the strength of the political party in their absence. They want to know how well local leaders of the party. In fact, CDC did where some political parties does it without even the presence of the national chairman. They do it. They want to test the strength of the grassroots. They want to know how strong the political party is in the absence of top leaders. Now, let me give you an example. One example is the National Democratic Congress in Ghana. They just celebrated their 34th anniversary in the absence of John Mahama. They did that. They did their celebration in 2026. You understand? And not just John Mahama was absent, but other, in fact, members of parliament were absent. And other top leaders in the party were absent from that particular celebration. Now, the Safina party in Kenya celebrated their 30th anniversary in Kenya without their political leader. Those are strategies that people use. Sometimes in the process, they even do realignment. And that's what CDC is doing. You see other political parties going there. They are testing the strength of the party in the absence of the standard bearer, and also in the meantime, testing the strength of the party with the new political alignment. That's what they do. Now let's come to the United Party that is in power presently. United Party just celebrated their homecoming stuff in Congo Town in the absence of Joseph Yuma Boaka. So
Our president, point of correction, our president. Came on the program.
What? Was he not away?
No, he was here. He was there for the program. Paga was there. The vice president was there. Lawmakers, all of them were present.
Okay. Now let's leave that until I counter check. But with the issue of celebrating major occasions in the absence of the standard bearer, that has happened even in Liberia for times without numbers. So I don't want to see people using it as and it is a major political strategy conventionally. So only people who have not done research or people who look at things from a very narrow perspective would think that because George Weah is not present, so the CDC is no more serious. No, George Weah would do it deliberately to test the strength of the party in his absence, because normally Liberia political parties are based around individuals and not institutions. Now, to institutionalize things, you need to give chance to, you need to test the strength of others. You can't just be the one. Like, people think that the crowd that CDC has is all about George Weah. That's the mentality people carry. But you see Grand Jida today. So I think the Unity Party and all other opposing party to the CDC should now be jitter. They should now shiver. I mean, I expect that it should worry them to see in the absence of George Weah, they can pull that number of crowd in Grand Jida and they can have a very organized celebration without the presence of their political leader. And also in the absence of George Weah, they are able to convince other political actors to be present at that particular occasion. That's a milestone. It's a milestone. It is a win for them. That's something that should worry you. Because let's assume Weah was present, it would have been a catastrophe.
So now, what we want to say that testing your political institution does not necessarily have to be the absence of the political leader, and we do agree that everybody wants to be part of any given political or environment wherein you're having, especially anniversary. The CDC is a former ruling party. CDC have been a very strong institution like when it comes to the politics. So I don't want to dwell on crowd. For me, I don't listen. I don't see Liberian crowd to be a resounding crowd I want to depend on.
Let me just say something. The crowd are in Grand Jida today. Today is the climax of the party. Is that what Mr. Winston called crowd? With the CDC that we know?
Yes. I call that crowd. That is very serious. I call that crowd because in the first place, where the program is situated, Grand Jida is not a populated county. That's one. Two.
Yeah, stop it right there, Mr. Winston.
Yes.
The political party is not about Grand Jida citizen. We're talking about
but that's what I'm saying.
I want to ask you, was that convention only restricted to Grand Jida?
No.
It's a nationwide. So don't talk about.
We're discussing rural connectivity. We're talking about
the Grand Jida today. Mr. Kwame told us the road is good, but he did kudos to CDC. Like, okay, the road is good. But we want to say
no, we are not discussing. You're talking about going from Monrovia to Grand Jida, right? Let's talk about people who live in Bapolu. Let's talk about people who live in other parts. Grand Jida is.
Why we're not talking about them? Because they are committed to the political party.
When will the Unity Party have a program in Bapolu County for it to be grand, even in the absence of Joseph Nyimambuaga as it is with the CDC? Now, we're talking about Grand Jida almost cut off. Now, you're looking at the distance from Monrovia or from other parts of Liberia. Yes. No, from Monrovia and other parts of Liberia to Grand Jida, it's a very far distance. Now, having program in Monserrado is quite different from having program in county like Grand Jida. Monserrado has the highest population in Liberia, if you know that. And almost all the two political parties have their highest base in Monserrado. If CDC If CDC is having program in Grand Jida County, if CDC have program in Montserrat today, I will tell you whether George we are or not, the crowd will be bigger than that. That's what I will tell you. But in Grand Jida, the distance, transport, we're talking about economic situation. This government have made this country very difficult to the extent that people cannot afford food to eat, and you expect that citizens, partisans will transport themselves from here, Grand Jida to go and come out. Is that what you're trying to tell me? After you have spent the
wisdom, of course. The government have made a country difficult for trust, for people to be studying trust. I agree with you, wisdom. The government have made the country difficult for people to be stealing money and lavish it in Musu's part. Wisdom, I agree with you 100%. Joseph Boakai has made a country difficult that people know the importance of money and earn what they work for. I agree with you 100%, wisdom.
Yeah, he has made it
so difficult that people are not stealing money to go lavish it on children who are not of age and pregnant and have kids with them and damage their future. So when you say the government has made the country difficult, I would differ from you. Because you know what I'm going to tell you, I visited Liberia. One president. Again, I will pull. My husband laugh at me most of the time. I'm going to go and focus on Liberia and pull the recording. When I say somebody who was an advocate, I'm not a seditious, but I was and we are sharing. I went to social media in this country. I went to platform. When I say females, governmental female in the diaspora who advocated for we are not CDC, I was one of those. I love Josh Weah. But the fact being is, it's not about me. My children in Liberia, they want to provide food to eat. They got house to live. Okay? But you know, one of my nephews is going mad right now because of the drugs thing that they were doing in Liberia. To be sure, get me right, Joseph Boakai is not a saint.
And you're still talking about drugs?
No, I'm talking about drugs. That 19.2 billion that were caught in the airport there. You understand? I don't got that money. Which I don't bite the government. And we are watching to see and we're going to talk about it on the platform. That you understand? No, nobody will bring 19.something million drugs in Liberia.
So
an essay point.
I want to ask the question.
When we exercise on 19.something million drugs, I take
now.
We should not put it. But I want to tell you what I want to tell you. Are you coming? What I want to tell you here is this. Like the Senator, Vice President, Mrs. Joy, Dr. Mrs. Joy, I would tell us say, when the government is doing something, Pastor, let's talk about it. I'm not a unity partisan. In the whole of Liberia, the political party already said was Liberty Party. A Liberty Party say has system, they go there, they will see my name, but they don't have system. So, the only thing the sedition or opposition, I mean not be specific, opposition, the 19.5 million cooking the sir, 19.5. But we say you want to be truthful to us. I visited Liberia 3 times open 1 inch. And I saw how much our children were being destroyed by drugs, prostitution. I see how much our children were being, right now, if you start counting baby mothers who don't have fathers because they have kids by married men in the government. Again, I'm not saying United Party is a sin, but what I'm trying to say, truth is be told. Why is true we got 19 million or 19 whatever drugs from the airport, which of course I feel that people should lose their job because of that. The job may not have been coming to Liberia, but you can't use Liberia as a point when we're looking for international community to bring jobs to Liberia. The truth be told is the government, the Joseph Boakai government, I did not support. It doing extremely well when it comes to a lot of things comparing to the job we are government are supporting. The first thing, I don't even need job from Joseph Boakai government, neither do I need job from job we are government. But I'm talking about the Liberians that can't afford that in that country. So let on that political side, I want the Liberian one walk to work, so I was telling my husband, yeah, put me down here and walk. When you walk from Oro all the way to that man junction there, you see almost 100 children sending a day. But I went to Liberian Joseph Boakai, I didn't see them. I saw them. But when I'm comparing to the time my own brother is from so two people, and I say Joseph Boakai is a sin. You're right, Joseph Boakai made the culture very tough because women who have boutique and we felt they were selling weed or clothes, but they were selling drugs and they can no longer sell the drugs. Of course, that way the country will be high. But they're gonna make it quiet and give you a show.
Yeah, Winston, you want to come in, but I have a question. Oh, you want to come in, right?
Nathan, let me come in.
Someone respond.
Yeah, come in. Yeah, come in.
All right. I like the zest that she possessed, but truth be told, when I talk about this country being tough, probably she's not here, and Nathan, probably you're not telling her the truth because you are a U-base, you are working, and you and her are working together. I expect that you are telling her the reality on ground that there's no job. Job opportunities. The unemployment rate is skyrocketing, and it is evidently clear that even this government refused to show us the number of jobs they have provided up to now. And you see on the street on a daily basis, you have university graduates who are qualified and competent without job opportunity. And somebody will tell me, go and create job for yourself, do this for yourself. Now, the government is the highest employment entity in any institution, in any country for that matter. You provide the avenue. We're not saying we want government job. Bring in companies, bring in industries that will be able to provide the opportunity for us to work in the private sector. That avenue is not being provided by this government. That's one. So I can be sitting as an unemployed young man, praising a government that's in power that's supposed to provide those opportunities for me to work. If they are not doing it, and I've started to praise them and defend them, that I will be very much unfair to myself. That's the first thing. Then the next thing is, I want you to know also, probably you're not informing her that things, the cost of living in Liberia now is very high. The cost of living here is high. Then the opportunity is not provided for people to make money. For instance, let's look at agriculture. Joseph Joubert Boakai is an agriculturist. We know that, and everybody thought that the agricultural sector would be booming by now. We thought that at this point, Liberia will be producing food, even exporting food in this country through the government's own effort. We're not seeing that. Country people that cannot feed themselves, they can easily be controlled by other people. So when we talk about unemployment, we talk about things that hard. We're not talking about because we're not getting drug money or because we're not going to the club. That's not what we're discussing. We're discussing survivability here. We're talking about the purchasing power. We're talking about Liberians having the purchasing power to even go and buy from people. You increase taxes on various commodities, then those commodities in return increase price. The business people in turn increase prices for those commodities because you increase taxes on a regular basis. Then the trickle-down effect on the citizen is very high. That's what we're talking about. The government need to step up their game. And we just need to look at their faces and tell them the truth that they need to step up their game. And when we talk about Joseph Boakai is not doing, who says he's not doing well? He's trying. But comparing Joseph Joubert Boakai 2.5 years to CDC 6 years is a disservice, because what I would say here is you will not be doing the old man justice to admit. Because if you compare it, the record will beat him flat, and then you will not be doing him justice. It's just they're putting somebody with 2 years old child in a boxing ring with 8 years old, 9 years old. They're not doing that child justice. That's what happened here. If we look at the number, the kilometer of roads that were paved by the CDC government, looking at hospitals that were erected, now we count all the development and put it down and say that Unity Party 2 years can't compare. Now, no matter what you do, CDC in 6 years will beat them down. That's the reality. So we can't be saying Joseph Boakai is doing well. Let's wait until after his 6 years before we start comparing him to George Weah. If possible, he will surpass Weah record. That is possible. But for the developmental aspect, truth be told, we are actually did well in terms of some. I'm not saying drug were not in this country. Drug was here. We had drugs in this country. Yes. And this government is actually cracking down on local drug users. But our problem here is those who are selling the drugs, most of them who have been arrested with drugs, we have not seen any of them in that orange junkie going to prison. We always see that they arrest the drug, they announce it, and the case goes just like that. As we are talking, trust me, remember this talk show, this particular 19 million drug saga, it might likely go the same way. And by right, people should be going to prison. We should see the reality. If you come to make the difference, make the difference. You can't fool us to say, oh, you effect the arrest, you make the pronouncement, and then play on the case. Then after a certain time, it dies. So that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a truth change, a real change. The change in the livelihood of the Liberian people. The truth need to that change need to reflect in the livelihood of the Liberian people. That's what we're talking about.
Can I respond to
before we ask our last question, you know, there are other things said I want to make some important to talk about the issue of employment rate. As we speak now, the government have added a lot of health workers to the salary, including the chief editors. All across our rural counties, they are now on government payroll. Volunteer teachers now, all government payroll. You can check it out, you can do your verification. And like I said, health workers have been added to the payroll, including local chief are also been added to the payroll. We talk about development initiative. First time in the history of our brother experienced 2 academics. We had a full-body president before the history to have their own equipment in terms of road connectivities. Before them, Baga told us and give 100 days. Yes, at least it passed for more than 100 days, but at least now we have all of the counties, the southeastern roads are all pliable now. People can go there with the data and make a turn back to Monrovia. It also talk about electricity. I can first say you the Waka 2 years administration is most stable than we have 6 years in power. In terms of administrative decision for the president, I can further say to you that President Waka have taken a lot of action on government officials more than just we are. In terms of drug saga in your country, on the CDC region, we experience 100 million drug crisis. We are discussing 19 million. On the CDC, we experience 100 million worth of drugs. In Nigeria, went on the carpet, but now, at least we are hearing the Justice Minister is telling us that they are conducting investigation. They came out with the first preliminary, they mentioned names, around 15 to 13 presidents. At least we are hearing names. So I think it lets more development outside of this. You has to their own development initiative. Yes, we know that president we have this somewhere in the country, but one president we have major where in carrying this country, I can say to you for clearly and surely, I gave him the flower. He tried in terms of road connectivity, but he was not at his very best. 2 years time, we are experiencing 300 and somewhere it is somewhere other machine in this country, Winston. 2 years, President, we are okay. The finance minister said all of the road projects have been financed by the people administration. So what happened to the implementation plan? The Mariana Channel laboratories are receiving loans, grants, money from all around the world. We are discussing Liberia now as one of the eye to America in terms of visa. America denied over 30 countries around the world. Liberia was never included. Diplomatic relationship in Liberia now will happen all around the world. So I think while it is true that we are criticizing, but we should be able to establish the fact that on this non-full-body president administration, on this non-stylish president administration, on this BBC, like President Biden always said, born before computer, the BBC leadership, at least we are experiencing some changes and a lot of progress have been made. First time in the history of this country for a president to come and say that we are in the 21st century, we need to have a computer program for our young people. 10,000 young people were trained. 10,000 young people were trained in this country in terms of the digital training program that was sponsored by the president of this country. meaning the government of Liberia through the LTA.
The thing is, maybe Nathan is taking. Let me tell you, my brother. They don't have a tell me about Liberia. I got 5 children in the university in Liberia. I got 2, one in elementary, one in middle school. They'll call it junior high in that place. Our problem in Liberia is ourselves sometimes. Let us say we're fighting for drugs, like the Mrs. Taylor said, VP Taylor said. If my child is doing drugs in the hall and we're really advocating for drugs, and anybody can hear, I will show my child. That doesn't mean I despise my child. But we Liberians, we want to keep it confidential and shift the blame on the government. I be on the government, I'm in my house to see what I'm doing. Or now the government is not in my children's board bed, or government is not in my children's classroom. We parents of Liberia need to join the government of Liberia to fight. Things are not right in Liberia. The next thing, my dear, when I traveled to Liberia the last time, I saw a sister. She, Waterside, they're going, the Waterside Road, they're going to across. We stopped there to buy some things in the store. She brought people 2 children from Nima, my own Nima sister. And all she does in Monrovia is sit down in front of that store, tie water, put ice on it, and give it to the kid to go sell. So I was like, how much do you make a day? How much your rent? How much the children's school fee? Because the children, parents in the village, they're going to school. Why should I move in Monrovia if I'm not going to school in Monrovia? When I don't have a house to live in Monrovia. Tell me one reason why I should move. Just to say the government is not providing job. We travel to Tori. When we travel to Tori, you will not believe. Tori will like 2 hours plus for the quota. People living for Tori to come and buy pepper in Monrovia. You want to tell me the government should go to Tori and provide pepper? Let me honest with you. The government will provide cassava leaves too. The country we in the America. Now where was government before since I've been one vice president, Dr. Senator, the Vice President, Dr. Jeremiah Kun said today, we need to be employer. It sank into me. I mean, we can just graduate, we go to accounting, we go to business management, office administration. Who I feel go administer? Who business go manage? So if you do business administration, you gotta have knowledge. Government can hire everybody. Even in America, government can hire everybody. A lot of the people that are in the country that where they work with company, my brother. Company. And that profit making company. So all Jeremiah was saying, Jeremiah travels to America most of the time. Sometimes when he comes to Georgia, he and myself meet way before he became vice president and saying you became vice president, you are not visited Georgia. When he was senator. When we walk to some places, she said, oh Lord, how we can take the thing from Toganta. When we walk to some place, how we can take the thing. So maybe those are things I made to say we need to be, after graduating from university, getting a master's, the bachelor, now they say they're coming to over PhD, oneness. And then according to 600 people out today. Do you think Liberia government got a job for 600 people? I don't know how many UN people outside. I don't know how many LU people, but how much Liberia government got to pour to like put everybody in on government salary?
Yeah.
Sometimes we ourselves.
You keep asking the questions and you're answering them. I know Liberia doesn't have, I just said when I was speaking, I said the government doesn't have to provide employment opportunity for everybody. They don't have to employ everybody in government. For me, I'm not seeking government job at all costs. Right? Now, I talk about the private sector. I talk about companies coming in the country.
I will stop you right there before you continue. How
Investor.
come in the country? How an investor can in the country when we are destroying ourselves? When we
on that ground, who's very responsible?
Liberia government at this, Liberia government at this, I want to put my 1 million investment in Liberia.
So should we say now that the reason why George Weah they didn't bring companies in the country, should we do that, give that as justification for Weah too? So we don't want to be giving those things as justification.
We are advocates, right? I tell you, I want to do that from platform to platform in the United States.
Yeah, because this government that is in power was the one that have very huge propaganda against the Weah administration. You know that they wrote letter to the international community asking the international community not to give any aid to the Weah administration.
And one thing I want you to know that the international community does not work for Liberia. The international community does not take direction from Liberia. The international community is not subordinate to Liberia. You can write your paper. The international community will take your paper and read it and investigate as to whatever you put in your paper is true. And the international community will do the investigation before they make a decision.
But that's what I'm saying now.
If I go to work and one of my people say, "Oh, the supervisor there, she mean, she like this, she like this, she like this," I've been accused of my job before. Like I feel what they ask my job. But then the bosses and the owner of the company will do their own investigation. If it's true that yes, I do, it's a decision to fire me or not. So because I wrote the paper again, Brother Winston, that does not show that okay, we agree. Why Veronica said, "Well, Winston will go by it." No.
Fine.
So whether they write international community or they write international community, nobody, not the government or the opposition can control international community. Again, we can all sit in the office in Liberia. Like everybody can sit in the office. You can sit in your office, in your bedroom, in your house, and provide a job. Now, all the vice president
you just said that people spoiling the image of the country out there. That's why companies are not coming. And I'm telling you also, this particular government in power, they had a very big propaganda during the Weah administration. So we will tell you it was because of that propaganda that companies were not coming. Is that what you want us to say?
Well, I cannot say because the propaganda that company will not come. I just feel the CDC government did not sell themselves to the international community. And
that's the reason I would say UP is not selling herself also to the international community, and that's why companies are not coming.
The international community or use the UP is making a lot of moves.
But that's why companies are not coming. We don't know why. And we want to work.
The investment in Liberia now is more than one job.
We got more investment here. We got companies here.
And more than our own big brother job. We have a president.
Companies that have come under this regime.
Yes.
Under this regime. Companies that have come under this regime.
Did you just hear like I know what you keep or Bikera that the company of Meta still about to. In fact, the employer, I know. You said what Meta still key?
Doing early justice study administration.
So that what we say. So a Meta still can make the decision that people that have been contracting now, they can be employee. Why we get they can be employed? Why we can get bravo to the
does that indicate that this government on its own cannot bring any company? Because we're saying we're telling
you don't know how many companies the government have brought in this country. You don't know.
The capacity for these companies to employ people is very low. They have low capacity to employ.
They're advocating, they're fighting now that if you bring your company, let me tell you, my dear, it can't just work like that one night time. Little by little, we will get there.
You're talking about it. You're actually doing that. You're on the right point. You're talking
right. On the social media platform today, I'm not a unity partisan.
Okay.
I make it clear.
No one has political alignment yet. No one has a political alignment. We are discussing Liberia.
So let me that.
Winston. I'm about to play something to you. I know to be a very honest person, and I know that you have a character to protect. I'm going to play something to you for you to listen to, and then you can make a final adjustment before we close. So just listen to this. Yeah, just for maybe 2-3 minutes, listen to this, and then you will decide. After you are listening to it, we're going to ask you an honest question, because I know you'll be someone with good integrity, with good repetition, and good conduct. So please listen to this. This is from Grand Chile country. Are you getting it?
No, we're not getting it.
I'm not getting.
Maybe you had to increase the volume or give it to Leon. You send it to Leon to put it
You
on
hear
the
me
show.
now?
No.
Send it to Leon to put on the show.
Okay, I will send it to Leon on the show so that we can listen to it. And then he may honest, because I
Okay,
know this man is very
just
somebody have a good moral, very honest. You're just so why I'm saying this? Yes, why I'm saying this, Leon? I want to ask a question, to Wisdom, and then Wisdom. Does the presence of the lack of Musa Bedere, the lack of Ben though you were asking for earlier also ALP letter that they were going to be there, and I'm sure that the Senate representative, the presence of Ben Yure, the presence of Simeon Freeman, the presence of Musa Bedere, the presence of Mr. Alexander B. Cummings. Do you see this as a major signal? Do you see that as a signal for a major political shifting like that will work in the party with the level of Mr. Cummings participating in the election coming over 1%? The level of Musa Bedere, who had never been battle tested before we come to the national scene. The level of Mr. Yure. Mr. Yure won contested before, but he was never among the first three. And the level of Simeon Freeman was not even got 1% before. So do you see that as a major political contender to the United Party? If they have to come up with that collaboration, do you see this collaboration or this merger as a major contender to the United Party?
Now, I would like to ask, without the UP merger, political parties that were part of or that are part of the UP merger, if you exclude those political parties now, can you name any other major opposition political party that without any of those parties in Grand Chile? No, they are the only, the reason I'm saying they are the only major political parties apart from the CDC. The rest of them are with UP.
Name them.
If you can name any other political party aside from these people who are opposition political party, you can name them for me. Any other party. So those are the only major political parties in the country.
So name the major political party. I want to hear them.
Even the ones that he just listed, that he and Nathan just listed.
Why CDC, UP, ANC,
the ANC, Simon Freeman.
Yes, for now in Liberia.
I mean, National MPP is no longer a major political party. MPP. Chastity party.
But is MPP not part of this arrangement?
Oh, okay. So I don't know what Kwame trying to prove though.
So we I want to know what my question here is the easier with the APC that is a Simon Freeman, the ANC accumulated 1% in these elections, the previous elections. The CNC that have never been politically tested in terms of national elections in our country before. The BNIU were a party, never even went into the reservoir election, but they supported the United Party. So now I'm saying to you, with the basis of this collaboration that we're seeing from the pre-metro stage, that kind of a friendship, that kind of alignments, although yes, in politics there are alignments and realignments, but we are seeing this early alignment. It's already broad the United Party. Should the United Party be worried with the lack of the kind of characters that are coming on board with TDC? Should the United Party be worried?
Yes. There's no
So what do
complacency,
you
right? So tell me that the UP should be complacent and say, then okay, I will tell you, don't do nothing and see if you win election 2020. Let's see, do not campaign. Don't put any propaganda up against these people. Just let them have a free flow since you're not supposed to worry about them. Don't discuss their activities. Let UP not even discuss their activities. Let UP just let them to have a free flow. And let's see, in 2027, they won't lose election. 2029, I mean. So what we're saying here, these people coming together, you're talking about percentage here. These political parties, the political dynamics changes, right? That was 2023 election. Who means they not accumulate 1%. CMC they just coming.
But we know ANC not running this coming election anyway, according to Election Commission guidelines.
No, ANC is contesting.
Why would ANC contest when they only have 1% according to guidelines? Get anything less than 2%?
No, ANC contested as CPP, not ANC.
I got you. Thank you for the clarification.
So they have the right to contest on their own. Now, these are the major opposition political parties in Liberia for now. You can't dispute that. If you have any other political party that you want to talk about, you can talk about them. But no, the only opposition political parties we have, they are the ones in Grand Nigeria now. Right now, the ACOP and the rest of them, they were unity party. So you don't consider them opposition anymore. MDR is now an opposition party. So all the opposition parties are the one in Grand Nigeria. If there's any other one, then you call their name. That is very major. That you ask question.
Are you listening to this? Did you get it? Did you get it?
No.
I'm not getting You see, the thing is breaking. It's you see, even the host will tell you that she's not getting this video, this audio clear.
Wilson, you got it?
Wilson, you got it. We can't explain why they recall it same.
Okay, I'm coming. I want to get this. I don't want to be like they say. So the terrorist from Spoon is asking Mr. Cummins. So just listen to this again, please.
Can you tell
one minute.
My name is Winston Gideon, and I report for Spoon Network. Honorable political leader of the ANC. You are in Grand Chile today. You travel along the way from Monrovia to Grand Chile. Tell us the condition of the road and what are some of the challenges you face along the way. So, all the way to capital, more or less,
I just wrote in that we have accepted nonsense that why you that the audio we see out time. Did I deny? I didn't discuss Grand Nigeria rule. There are several rules in Liberia that are not good, and people live in those countries who are.
I'm coming. Winston. They as a specific question. Mr. Political leader of the ANC.
About the rule.
Listen, I'm coming. I want to ask you a question. That what I said. I just told you. I said you are very honest and I said. That I said, I say wild man changes. Mr. was asked by Winston from Spoon FM. You drove along the road from Grand Nigeria, from Monrovia to Grand Nigeria to attend a CDC program or the CDC anniversary. So, what do you have to say about the road or connectivity of the road network?
How do you make of the CDC?
Then he said the roads are good. Just maybe in between you have a little break along the way, but the roads are good. In totality, the roads are good. And I want to say thank you to the CDC judge social and also that they secure all of the finances and other stuff. Winston, what do you make of that statement? Via politics, let's be very honest. This is why I love Joel. Yeah, let be fair. This is why I love Joel. Joel, one person like him, Joel, once we see the thing is glaring, let us get the government at the far what to say alive. One must want to police us everything. So we can go ahead. What's the view on that?
Nathan,
in
the first place, what the money was secured by the CDC regime. This is Unity Party government. Whatever projects undertaking under the Unity Party regime, Unity Party carries the credit. Before George Weah came to power, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf laid the roadmap for other projects. When the Weah administration took over, they completed or they even started some of those projects and they completed it. They took the glory, right? So Grand Jidda Road today, for now, for the status of the road, we give the glory to Unity Party because they did it. Now, I also want us, on the other hand, I also want us to get rid of mediocrity. Mediocrity, you know what I'm talking about. You can't be celebrating a dusty road. We need to celebrate yes. So now, for any government, let's look at the international scene. If you see a government celebrating that road in the international scene, other countries, developed countries, watch you carry on celebration as a government for that road, and they just zoom the road and see that road, they look at it from a very narrow point of view.
I just agree with you, Winston.
That's it.
They will not look at no. They will not look at
so
it from a narrow point of view.
The UP government, because I know George Weah, almost most of the roads George Weah were opening, most of them they put quota there. So you can't come to bring change or to condemn a government and you celebrating a dusty road and you want us to hail you for that when you are supposed to provide us a paved quota road.
No, I disagree. Let me come in. I'm glad we
have a road
I can't in.
How far the road?
I'm glad we have a road.
Come in. You're free.
So let's go in August and September and see.
That's very road. I don't want you to say the international community will look at and see now.
No, that ain't reasonable wisdom.
Even the big United States of America. The big America will say that. Some place go no road. Because you know what? The budget that they approved in the parliament is the way Georgia is big lady. Georgia budget can be as equal as a certain small state. And besides that, is that every road in this country get quota? I can tell you that for free. Very in this country got 2, 3, 4 lanes.
But not major roads. All major roads are paved in America.
My dear,
all major roads are quota.
We got a dusty road that connects us from Monrovia to Zerju with as many.
That is a major road. Then you're talking about you trying to connect Village Road to a major road.
Yes, the people took in the Western world to make the road the way it is. We are not taking our year. We give her 2 years of war and we're still making things so happy. But I'm glad that one old man that they said he was in a castle by the sedition came by from the castle. Ali making road connectivity.
His predecessor was making road connectivity with quota, and he start making his own road connectivity at Dusty Road.
What better road job connectivity with quota? What better road?
That Nathan get better attest to that.
I go like everything.
The Minnesota road that connects Lofa, all the area, Dakota. And one thing, one good thing I say about Baga, when Baga bring the Westerners immediately, for past administration, when the small president breaks down,
And they
It
put
will go almost 4 years.
You want to talk about
So you see,
bringing houses and not doing something there?
they
Do you
put
know how many
yeah,
houses have been broken down? How many alleys have been cleared in this country? They're not constructing anything on those alleys.
lot of the
no,
places.
no, it's going
70
on. I will speak now. Run out to speak the road leading from Peace Island now. It is under construction. They just closed the road now. And you're aware
Yeah,
of that?
that's 1 out of 100.
I think we got
I
1
say
out of
1
100 and 0 out of 100 institution time.
There are no 0 out of 100. All the roads in Monrovia was being paved during we are regime. This man know that.
The Tabernacle Road now it is nearing completion. The Tabernacle Road now it is nearing completion. The Lofa Road are being expanded.
And
The
what
Lofa Road now are being expanded.
the project that was started by George Weah.
we should know
The
the
Lofa Road now are being expanded.
we
They're
should
being
know the
expanded.
country we're from. We should know the country we're from. We should know our
These are discussed the overhead bridge. These are discussed the overhead bridge.
You know, they
That
have
was-
I will buy the phone in America. I will buy the phone
So
and also pay the government for buying phone.
we will close on
I will
this.
buy the phone, yeah. If I buy the phone, I will after I buy the phone from the people that selling it, they will tell the government, thank you for me to buy the phone. I pay them, they call it tax.
We will close on this.
We pay taxes here.
Because we are down press. We'll close on this.
Corruption, we pay the they don't do nothing for us. At least you collect, you pay your own tax. They give you tax, you get tax. Your social security is active, and they carry on development with taxes.
Social security after will not come.
I'm telling you, people I will ask for and still they find it.
No, in Labrador, social security when you work in before you go to social security, it's very wrong. It's very wrong.
Is getting my dad social security.
Yes, not everybody. There are people who struggle to get
that. Yeah, you gotta point in the social security before you get it.
There are people who pay. There are people who go after that social security benefit and they don't get it.
But in Liberia, you have to care for social security benefit, they don't get it too.
And so
I beg you, please. Today,
Wisdom gotta come again.
Samuel Koga criticized the vice president. Today in Banga, Samuel Koga criticized the vice president. And Winston will give you 2 minutes to share a view on that. I don't go to Mrs. Grant, my own mom, to close on this as well. Samuel Koga criticized the vice president in Banga today. He said Koga challenged VP Kung on Continental University pledge. The vice president pledged some amount in figure. Samuel Koga said government commitment must follow budget process or budget allocation, which means the vice president cannot go on a program and say, on behalf of the government of Labrador, we pledge so amount of money. We're going to give this to Continental University to improve this aspect of the area, improve the other area. So Koga said, no, Mr. Vice President, you are wrong. If you are pledging anything on behalf of government, it should go to government budget. It should go to budget allocation. So what is not budgeted for? You cannot say that. So what's your view on that?
Nathan, in your own analysis, was Koga wrong? Was it wrong? Let me say something. Is it possible, for instance, we have an organization and you as vice, not even the leader of the organization, you go to a program and pledge on behalf of the organization without the organization approval?
How did you know the organization didn't approve it? How did you know the president did not get the authorization?
The president
who made our pledge on behalf of the government of Liberia, but he got
the president and Kun are not the government. We have 3 distinct but coordinating branches of government. The legislature play key role
with a respected budget.
Yes, but what I'm saying here, the legislature, there's no budget in the Republic of Liberia that is legal when it is not ratified or passed by the House.
Let me let you get your party statement on that. Then we'll come back.
So what I'm saying here is for an individual to go somewhere, he went as Vice President Jeremiah Kun, he could just pledge for a foundation. But pledging on behalf of the government, I don't know if the legislature have agreed along with Joseph Juma Boaka, and when that is being done, it should be legislatively approved. That's what I know. So for him to just go and pledge, that research has to be made first, whether that have been an agreement prior to this time between the branches of government. It can be Joseph Juma Boaka and Jeremiah Kun just having an agreement, and Jeremiah Kun go and pronounce on behalf of the government. That one, that you're talking about, we are discussing an authoritarian style of leadership. That's authoritarianism, or we say totalitarian.
Later I can make my input now.
Yeah, be there input.
I would be a particular specific topic that will just come into work. But what I want to tell you,
Yes, we'll do that.
what I want to tell someone, I want to say first of all, thank you to Jeremiah Kun for committing the government or whatever he and his boss discuss. Even he will take it from his own pocket for making a commitment to Collington University. I also want to say thank you, congratulations to him for his confirmation as doctor. Maybe that the one I'm making someone who got to cry.
They have. That is the confirmed. That is the confirmed
Mr.
degree.
Winston, you are talking, I didn't say what, can I just say something?
And that's something that is just honorary degree that they give. Even Georgia.
Please allow her have a time. We some people tell our guests at school.
So again, Samuel Koga is being jealous, envious, and he can't make it with his boy. This boy is a child that was born with grace. Honorable Vice President Dr. Jeremiah Kun is a child of grace. You can't do nothing. You can't fight him. Koga should know Jeremiah Kun, when I even his campaign, either were going to whip him. Koga and I encourage the worst of them to join the campaign. Either were going to slaughter him politically. Ever say he took a sanitary, he got nobody to fight in the market at Jeremiah Kun. Koga Jeremiah Kun is your little baby brother, you old. But the grace of Father, this boy is not your mate. You went for your daughter graduation as professional, and he said he read a professional. Let's say Jeremiah did a work by committing the government library to CUC. As professional, he said he is a senator of in Niba County. You don't think he should have zipped his mouth to celebrate his child's graduation? And later go to the parliament and they can discuss that in the Senate and even cite and even invite the vice president to come speak to the Senate regarding the commitment. As professional as what his name, Samuel Koga said he is. You went for your child graduation. You didn't even go for a governmental trip. Yes, Jeremiah Kun, Dr. Kun may have done the worst thing by committing the government. You did the right here to go on the social media platform and acting that you're trying to denigrate Jeremiah Kun, Dr. Kun. No, you're just making yourself a little crazy and stupid. Because they have a Senate, they have a House of Representatives, and the Vice President went against the ethic and rule of the Republic of Liberia. They need to invite him to the Senate and question him. Not one senator that I don't even know his left from his right. So he got a one bachelor degree in Zion. I don't even know he still got a brain to even go to school again. But through Jeremiah Kun influence, he occupied one of the highest seats in the county. Every neighbor because today they confront doctorate degree on him. Every neighbor because the boss said he committed himself to Collington University. Every neighbor because the boss said those of you that graduating, you're trying to put yourself into something so you can be employer.
You got Jeremiah Kun boy?
Well, he's my little brother. I mean, when it comes to relationship, I can call him boy, but I take that back on the social media by the virtue of a position he occupied. So I take
Is
that
that
back. No, I take it that back.
Who called the vice president boy?
I said I take it back. I take it back. Me as a slip or turn is a mistake. Wisdom. I take it
No,
back.
I'm gonna say yes,
And
go
I
ahead.
it's a step until I take it back. So again, Sama Koka need a family to put a hair. You need a family to hide his face. Jeremiah Kun is not his mate. Dr. Kun is not his mate. You should know that that golden cup he's drinking is that the Kun it's true that the Kun influence that making the drink that golden cup. It's that the Kun I just said and say I'm supporting Ide Gwanglo. You think Koka we're going to win? The typical example. Since I was supporting on a royal aye. They could win. I mean, they could win. No. Let's here that the Kuna voting what we go for. We know our power, that we know our power. Nobody can tell me whether I'm a power. Even you bomb my mind, you know my power. I know my power. So I feel the statement Samuel Koka made today, it was very much irresponsible, unprofessional, envious, jealousy, and immature.
Anyway, it's not strange. This is the God. This is the Liberia now that freedom of speech, freedom of expression has become a crime. So it's not strange that you say envy, jealousy, immature, because it's against the government. So
I'm talking to an individual who make an immature and irresponsible statement in the social media after the second highest leader had made a statement, and he knows that if that person made a mistake, you can invite him to the parliament or invite him to the Senate and say, Mr. Vice President, we need to control. No, they don't even have the power. We like to, Mr. Vice President, we know the control wrong with budget, but we just saw that he committed the government of Liberia to Connington University. What can we say?
This I was talking about. Be careful.
I will give my 1 year salary, or I will give my saving. Say I made error, or I will go retract it. But the social media platform, because Jeremiah put that confirmation is okay. It's hurting you. That's a so
how you really taking that?
I love him. I really love him. Some of them have visited America numerous times, attended UNICO convention. I have sat with him face to face. We have spoken. But they play he need to slow down. You need to slow down. Before Superintendent Kwame Apagono, he did not succeed. Now on Jeremiah, you've been fighting the boy from day one. He need to know Jeremiah, and not him. The grace Jeremiah carry is not him. Okay? Let him go to somebody and get confirmation and start fighting the ball. I just want to give my party statement. Thank you for allowing me into your studio to participate. Studying wisdom that I revisit the number he's talking about in Grand July, when even the audience they have, how you call it, the audience that people can stand, they were in Bull Lake audience.
That cry is massive.
Probably
they show you the wrong picture. Nathan, is you Nathan. Okay, photo.
You need to be embarrassed on this platform because they find
it.
Yes, CPP, CAN, all everybody went like
it was just the political leaders who went there. They didn't go there with all their parties.
Was there another convention?
I'm showing the tsunami craft on Grand Gillette. I'm showing the tsunami craft on Grand Gillette.
Yes, I would tell you that is not a
we are closing now. I think we'll have to expand the topic.
Congratulations to my own brother and friend.
We will expand the topic. I think the vice president work for the host of legislature as well, where he play a very quiet and very buttressing role, or a very unique role, where he comes in when there's a decision, but I think he also put to the executive. The executive is the boss. We have 3 branches of government with distinct function. So if the vice president goes somewhere and say the government of Liberia will show that we contribute this to this area, I see no threat to that statement. I see no legislative function. I see no administrative function. We have separate branches. The president can go somewhere and place on behalf of the government. The president is the face of the government. The president have every right to stay anywhere and say, I pledge they won't be up on government. The vice president can say, by virtue of the fact the president has sent me on behalf of this government with pledging so amount of money, we're going to give it. The vice president never told the graduates or the administration or the according to leadership or the board member according to saying that we are going to go through legislative functions, we're going to put this in the budget for continental. No, the vice president never said. The vice president was clear that on behalf of the government with present amount of money, it is possible it can come from the executive, it is possible it can come from the vice president's salary. So the vice president have a right to say because it is his government, he represents the government, he is the second president in government. So anything he says or do, we are very sure
that drug money.
We are very sure that Musa, protect me, please. We are very sure that the president must have contacted a boss, and we are also sure that the president gave the instruction to go and do that because today the president was just in Kakata where he attended the BWR program. So the president couldn't have gone to that today. Still, gentlemen, we want to say thank you for following the show tonight. We want to say thank you to our guests. Winston, it was a very, very great time and nice having you. The show was very interactive. It was very interactive, and we believe that your points here today were very excellent. We do agree that sometimes we'll disagree and sometimes agree, but at the end of the day, Labrador remain our primary focus, our primary objective. Labrador always stands at the top. So again, I want to say thank you for following us. This is a Central Communication Network. With many people following us. We have Smith following us. We have Josephine Grants. We have Chokon CP. He said I'm watching from Doylestown, Maggie County. We have Peter Marcel is he said the example of this xenophobia is not accurate. I think when you are on the show, they will have also following us. We have Crusoe also following us. We have Team Jacob Bangaro Pikin 2029 is also following. So we say thank you to all of our guests for following us tonight. We'll be here tomorrow again with the religious hour with Pastor Zemedi. We want to say thank you to our CEO, Mr. Grams, who is currently in the United States. We want to say thank you to all of our followers, all of our workmates within the Central TV. Again, we say bye-bye for now. This is the Central Communication Network. Thank you so much for following. This is how we draw down our curtains on today's edition. Winston, thank you for the show.
Thank you, Nathan, for having me here.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.